It's Thursday, September 8th. This is TRM News. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and these are some of the stories making headlines today. During a town hall in Laos, President Obama drew criticism by repeatedly calling Americans lazy. The president said, "Usually when we see the environment destroyed, it's not because it's necessary for development. It's usually because we're lazy." Later he added, "If you're in the United States, sometimes you can feel lazy and think we're so big we don't have to really know anything about other people." TRM News reached out to the White House and asked if the president really believes Americans are lazy. An unnamed source who agreed to speak on the condition that I just made him up said, quote, "Of course Americans are lazy. We've been exploiting it for years. How do you think we were able to convince them that ignoring immigration law makes sense? All we had to do is tell them illegals will do the hard jobs Americans don't want to do. Yeah, they're lazy. We laugh about it all the time." End quote. In national news, a Kansas man robbed a bank on Friday in an attempt to get some peace and quiet. After an argument with his wife, 70-year-old Lawrence John Ripple went to a Kansas City bank and gave the teller a note claiming to have a gun and demanding cash. Upon receiving $3,000 from the teller, Mr. Ripple sat on a bench and told a security guard what he had just done. He was arrested without incident. When asked if things were so bad at home that he'd risk forced prison sex, Mr. Ripple muttered, "Fuck that bitch. Who the hell does she think she is? I don't have to take her shit." And finally, Brown University has again raised the question, how high is higher education? Tampons and pads will be distributed by the president of the student council along with 20 other students to men and women's bathrooms all across the campus. The student council president sent a campus-wide email saying he wants to communicate that not all people who menstruate are women, saying, quote, "There's been a lot of conversation about why pads and tampons are a necessity, not a luxury, but not a lot of actions. Low-income students struggle with having the necessary funding for food, let alone tampon." When TRM News asked the student body president how putting tampons in men's bathrooms helps low-income women, he started visibly shaking and shouted, "Why are you talking about women's issues? You're a man. Check your privilege. Where's my binky?" There's been no word yet on whether or not Brown University will increase spending on biology classes to avoid this confusion in the future. This has been TRM News. I'm the Ranting Monkey, and I'll see you next time.